Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor. We are back in the Naghahiri foothold and we are ready to continue now. Our main storyline, update 48 was released just a few weeks ago. And with that came with the addition of a new questline that we're about to start in just a sec. But before we do that, and before I forget, I actually been saving this for when I could get back to recording.
It is good to see.
And show you. We're gonna go back to Sulmadash because in between me doing the raid and this episode, I've had the chance of running multiple dailies and gearing up and all that good stuff. But that means that I have also maxed out most of the factions in Harad. Or well, in Morjala, we can say. So you can see here we have Max the Kintai, the City of Sajana, the Temamir of Jirat Manesh, Hamad Renewed. I have plenty of reputation items that I have not used yet because I want to see how much reputation we can get by doing this new quest line, and afterwards I might use some of those reputation items to max out the reputation of Hamad Renewed. And well, the Hunters Guild, I'm almost there, but I've been very busy running the anniversary festival with a few olds. If you watch my last video on the anniversary missions, you would know I've been doing this actually with 5 olds. I'm about to be done, but that has been taking most of my time, so that's why you haven't seen me. Well, I haven't done as many reputation, as many dailies as I wanted. Holy cow, where is it? Kindred to Sulmadash. There it is, add to tracker. Ah, right, the quartermaster in here is not in the central area, my bad. But yeah, as you can see here, I got to Kindred with all 4 factions. It's just that Hamad Renewed goes way beyond Kindred. So that's a whole other grind to do. But yeah, well, not a big deal.
What do you need?
Your stand against Sivigush is already woven into tale and shall not be soon forgotten. In token of our enduring thanks, I have laid aside gifts. Choose as your heart inclines and know that our gratitude shall outlast the telling. So just walls. I don't know. I really haven't used walls much. Oh, this counts for the weekly? Wow! I had no idea it did. That's fortunate because I might be able to complete a weekly then if I just make an extra effort. So yeah, I haven't really used walls much. I might even just get rid of this one because you can barter for it anyway, anytime you want. But the harvesting tools, they could be useful for other olds that still need to get a reputation done in this region. And the same thing for all other quartermasters in here. Your voice now holds weight within these walls, Beriathan. Your deeds and words align, and for that the door words grant favor. Choose from what has been set aside and know that our doors remain open to one such as you. Yeah, let's grab the tower. Again, I'm most likely gonna get rid of the housing items, especially if I end up needing more backspace. I don't know. Here we have the Temamir. Okay, yeah, I remember now where that guy is.
What do you need?
What more could we ask of a partner? All you have done brings us favor and grants you a standing in our eyes, and in the eyes of others. Our fates now run as were their joint rivers. Take these gifts and treat with us without restriction. What we craft, you may yet claim. Oh. Tracery. Crafting. Tracery. Of course. But since I am basically done with my traceries, what I'm gonna do is actually save this box for my champ, I think. Who really needs to get a couple more traceries to be done with the allies. So yeah. And hope you don't mind me taking just a few minutes to do this, but I thought it was important. We saw our reputation increase with all these factions as we went through the expansion. And sure, I have not shown you the dailies, but really there's not much to say about the dailies. It's just many of them are just repeats of side quests we already did, and some of them, the Hunters Guild especially, are just go into the swamp and fight more evil things. That's basically it. So we really have not missed much, as far as I can tell.
Travel with care, friend. Dangers are all about.
Our advance is certain and your labor steadfast. With each passing hour, we draw nearer to that final stroke which shall see Hamad restored. Be watchful for the marks borne by those leading our foes. Their insignias are of great worth to Mizâdi, for they stand as tokens of their waning power and our rising strength. Hearken now, Beriathan, survey what has been set aside in your name and claim the reward you have rightfully won. Enhancement rune. Yeah, I mean, on this one I do prefer the crafting box. It's really weird that the Temamir give you traceries, but Hamad only gives you runes. So maybe when we end up reaching, hitting the honor and celebrated, or well, whatever, I always confuse the order, but when we complete the next tiers, we might get the traceries. I really hope so. But that was basically it. 4 quests for the weekly. I did not expect that, but I'm sure gonna make use of that. And now we go back to Nashubu outside of Emax Dûl, because that's where we can start the quest line. I think you can also go to the new area and start it from there. But since the last time we saw Mizâdi was at the Fallen Palace anyway, makes sense for us to come here at Nashubu and pick up the quest. In fact, I'm a little bit curious, and again, I hope you don't mind me doing this, but can we talk to Mizâdi outside the entrance to the Fallen Palace? Because again, I think that was the last time we saw her. I just want to double check how many ways of starting this questline you really have. But no, you can't. No biggie. So we go back to Nashubu, and that's it.
Is there something you need?
I am still shaken about what I witnessed here in Emax Dûl, but my resolve is still firm to finish our mission and bring Bârshud to justice. My scouts saw his flight take him south through a town called Hanamíku in Hatokáli, what locals call the Hatokáli Fells. That is where we must next go. Meet me in Hanamíku, friend, when you are able. So, yeah, we just need to ride south, it seems. So, as I was saying, I've been very busy just running the anniversary. Really haven't paid much attention to this new questline. But that is also due to the fact that this is another instanced released. So you get a few quests, or rather we got a few quests with the release of update 48, and then we will get couple more quests on May 6th, and the final batch will come on May 20th. And it's been a while again since last I run this or did any kind of instanced content such as this one. Where was the entrance to this place again? But bottom line is it's that the bridge. Okay, in that case maybe we can go from here. Bottom line, I was not in a hurry because I knew that this quest line is still incomplete, and on my experience, for the most part, the majority of times I have done this kind of thing, it feels lacking when you cannot complete this. I mean, like it's a little bit anticlimactic that you cannot complete the quest line. It feels incomplete because, well, it is incomplete. So maybe rambling a little bit, but that was my experience the first time I did Bingo, the Ballad of Bingo Bob, and I have not done that on the channel, but it's on the radar. When I did the Layer of Rust and Rime, it had all been released, so it was just a continuous experience. But I think they did a better job with the Layer of Rust and Rime because at least it was sort of auto-conclusive each batch of quests. And the same thing can be said about Tales of the Kindred. I don't know how much of an incomplete experience this would be if you are doing this on release instead of waiting until everything is done and available. So I guess we will find about that one soon enough. And I think that bridge over there is our path where we need to cross. But yeah, I've been doing the dailies. I've been completing some Slayer deeds, some Explorer deeds as well that I hope you don't mind me not showing on camera. But some of those locations really were really out there. I think those locations were used for missions, but I really have not run any of the Murjala missions, so I cannot know. But if that is the case, then you can easily complete the deed by doing the missions. It's just that I really have not bothered with missions for a long while, other than the anniversaries, because it's the fastest way of completing the anniversary in my experience. Anyway, just passing time as we make our way to the new area and see what awaits us there. The Hatokáli Fells, now entering Ner Abatu. Alright. How many ways of entering this area are there? Seems there are at least 2? Maybe, I don't know. And we're gonna get a new 6-man with the update on the 20th, I believe. So new deed, scouting Pahar Hatokáli. So we have, wow, how many? Ten. Okay, we'll see. Grab the stable master.
Today is a good day.
All right. There are some tasks in here. We might do tasks. This is reputation we have not renewed. Alrighty. There's another quest in here, but I think I'm gonna pick up the side quests after talking to Mizâdi. There she is. Lumgana, maybe we could have completed the quest in here. Or the kindred thing, but anyway.
What say you, traveler?
It is you! It is so good to see you again, Beriathan. I have great need of your skills this day.
Oh, it is you! It have a powerful need for familiar faces in this foreign land.
Several of my warriors saw Bârshud or his new Ordâkhai ally, Sudûgul, oh my god, Sudûgul, on their flight from the Emax Dûl. In the chaos, I have not had the time to gather the reports. We know Bârshud came down here to the Hatokáli Fells. We know not his purpose or location here, however. Would you speak with each of the Suvusuri who saw him? Gishu, Saksha, and Nushava are their names. Nushava, yeah. They will be with the other Suvusuri here in Hanamíku. Let them know I sent you. Thank you, Beriathan. Just seeing you here again is like a great weight has been lifted from my shoulders. Alrighty, and we got... Oh, you have a wolf dog, and it's so much bigger than poor Garalif. What are you feeding the guy? We need to complete 30 quests in here. Who knows how many we already have. Or if maybe the new batches of content will introduce more tiers to this deed. I don't know. No milestone in here? I could really use a milestone, I believe.
Ordâkhai soldiers streamed through the village. I saw many of them looking behind them with expressions of great fear.
And they stumbled over their feet. Later, I learned what pursued them. Another army, this one led by a woman they named the Shah of Renewed Hamad. She brought great strength of arms to bear against the Ordâkhai, and they feared to face her warriors. But in their fright, some of these cravens looked not where they were going and failed to follow the great bulk of the retreating fellows. These few stumbled west out of the village instead of south, and now they hide among the bushes on the western slope. I ask you to find and defeat this craven Ordâkhai, for if they regain their courage after Mizâdi has moved on with their army, they may threaten Hanamíku. You will find them upon the hillside to the west. If you shake some of the bushes in which they hide, you may frighten more of them from hiding. Okay. So it seems... yeah. There are plenty of locals in here, not just the army.
You have a look that is familiar to me, friend. The look of a wayfarer.
I know it because I possess the same look. The same appearance of one who lives upon the road and travels to distant lands and never minds the danger. I have returned of late from just such a journey, and I am exhausted. Perhaps you can help me finish the task I have begun? I will help protect my village from any who threaten it. Take these stones I collected on my latest pilgrimage and use them to complete the cairn I began by the road just north of Hanamíku. Once you have applied the finishing touches to my incomplete cairn, the enchantment will almost be ready. Oh, that sounds a little fishy, but what do I know? Oh yeah, there is a milestone, good.
Silver into gold.
Bârshud. Yes, I saw the man when he was in the palace in Emax Dûl. He was looking for something. I am sorry, my mouth is dry and my throat quite parched. Could you gather me some water? I am happy to tell you what I know, but I feel quite lightheaded and it's hard to speak. What happened to you?
Zaradan.
Yes, I saw Bârshud when he was fleeing Emax Dûl. He was fleeing at great speed. He made no attempt at helping children or civilians either, saving only himself with that frightening servant of his. There was something in his hand. Ah, my shoulder. It is burning in pain. I cannot think properly. Please, get me a large shoulder bandage. When this is wrapped properly, I will tell you what I know.
What can I do for you?
I'm not bothering anyone. Here am I. Bârshud. I did not see him, but I saw his servant Sudûgul in the confusion around Emax Dûl. Damn this blade. It could not cut a hair on my head, let alone slice through a servant of Ordâkhai here in the fells. Would you gather me a whetstone or two? I cannot concentrate. A dull blade brings about a dull mind. Alright, so we're gonna grab the milestone. We no longer need the fear water. Hopefully.
Greetings to you, adventurer.
Yes, I see you for what you are.
A voyager across many lands and a doer of great deeds.
Well, thank you. The name Lakefi the Farfaring is known far and wide across Sajana and Jarmat. She sings songs and tells tales to put food in her belly and a roof over her head. She is I and I am her. But I have run into some trouble of late, for I was turned away from Emax Dûl due to some recent unpleasantness. I need some new stories, for I have used up my supply and none will pay to hear tales they have already heard time and time again. May I hire you to help me come up with some new songs? My previous companion refused to come with me into Idagal, and now I am without a helper. You agree to assist like happy as you can, and she smiles. Wonderful. First, I would like to visit the brigand camps of which I have heard the villagers speak. They are located upon the hills to the west. Let us meet up on the slope below the lowest of the camps. Okay, I will do that, yeah. But first, let me get the supplies for the soldiers, because they will most likely send us to the west as well. That's what I anticipate, at least. Okay, so pick it up, skin of water. All right.
Greetings, traveler. Are you brought here by war, as have been so many others?
You tell the man that you are not driven by war, but you follow in its wake to help those who suffer its passage. He nods. I see. Then you and I share a calling. Pasumin is my name, and I am a toy maker. I carve wooden toys for the children of Hanamíku, that they might enjoy a youth free of the cares brought on by hardship and suffering. Alas, the passage of the armies has disrupted our daily lives. The children intended to bring me fresh wood from the trees to the southeast of the village, but they have become distracted. Might you collect the wood they chopped? It should be free of the trees already and asks only for the carrying. Okay. Well, I don't mind helping a toy maker. Well, the children and all, so yeah. Count me in. What is this? Oh, I can complete a task. Yeah, okay. Might do that later. What do you need?
Hold a moment, friend. Know you of the danger that has come to Bahar Hatokáli in recent days?
These are the hills upon the southern slope of Murjala, the rich of plenty, and they descend to the Hatokáli River. These were quiet lands for some time, but two armies have of late trespassed upon the fells. Soldiers of Ordâkhai hastened from Emax Dûl and trampled through our village on their way south. They pillaged what they could, and I understand that did great harm to Ebnur's farm just across the way. But these soldiers had not the time for leisure. They were pursued by a second army, this one claiming to fight on behalf of Hamad. Its leader has taken up residence for now in Hanamíku. They clashed with the Ordâkhai on the road just to the south, leaving weapons and bags scattered behind them. Collect them if you will, and see if you might learn more of the conflict between these two armies. Well, I can tell you plenty of that conflict. Where do I find the whetstones? It's the only thing I need. Oh, the children! Yeah, they are distracted. Very distracted. Okay. Let me see. You add the stones Bârshud gave you to the cairn. Alright, this is like the graveyard. You discover Bârshud. Okay. Seems like we might get a quest to visit the graveyard. Oh! There is an... Well, I should have guessed just by looking at a map, but... You can enter Emax Dûl through here. But if memory serves me right, this is the portion of Emax Dûl that it's filled with Utugi? Maybe? I know, but the door is closed. What a shame, so you really cannot do anything here. You did Brigand Bane of Hatokáli Fells? Ordâkhai Bane of Hatokáli Fells. Okay. Couple new deeds. 50. Thank God we are keeping with the trend. I mean, it seems like a really small area, at least judging by the map.
You have done as I asked? I delight to hear it.
May the spirit of the Mizâdi protect Hanamíku from its enemies. You ask why Bârshud believes these cairns will have this effect, and he smiles. It is because the distant place from which I have now returned is the mighty statue of the Dawn Warden far to the north, and the stones with which we complete these cairns are from that sacred ground, oh boy. Here, take these last few stones and complete the cairn I began by the road south of the village. Then the blessing of the Eternal Ruler will keep Hanamíku safe. Or, you will summon him here. We already fought him once, and he was not happy to see us. So I am a little bit wary of what this might do for us. Okay, the wood was not that far away, actually. Ah, and the Weststone is in here as well. Okay. Wow, another lion. I hadn't seen a lion since the Umbar days, I believe. You add the stones Bârshud gave you to the cairn, alright. Let me see what else we can pick. Just need one more bag. Where is it? Are you?
Silver into gold.
You are no stranger to me, traveler. I have seen you in conversation with Mizâdi and know you for a friend of renewed Hamad. We have pursued Bârshud's forces here to the southern slope of Murjala, but he will escape no further. He cannot cross the Hatokáli river at speed, and if we maintain the pursuit, we will pin him between our swords and the rushing waters. I sustained an injury to my sword arm as we caught their retreating Ordâkhai just outside the village, but once I have spoken with Dûnail and obtain a bandage, I will be ready once again to fight. No, do not trouble yourself. I will get it myself. You should aid the people of the nearby village, for we are quite occupied with the Ordâkhai and have not the time to slow down and aid them with anything else. Okay. In that case... Poor guy, but okay, if you insist. Wow, how many wardens are there here today? 3, 4? I mean, I'm always glad to see more wardens.
Thank you for this, friend. Time was I could turn these branches into carved animals and other figures in less than a day.
But it seems now there is less demand than once there was. I fear the children of Hanamíku no longer care for the wooden animals of their youth. Have they outgrown the toys and carvings I make for them? Now they want swords and soldiers, not dolls or animals. Find them and see for yourself. I think they must be watching the newly arrived soldiers training by the west gate. Yeah, I saw them. But I will check and see what else we can find. Ah yeah, Al Garage, I also got the supplies we wanted.
Thank you for this, my friend.
It has been some time since we have had need of swords, but there has been an increase of bandit activity in the hills, and if these Hamati soldiers are unable to defeat the Ordâkhai, well, I shall not dwell upon it. The people of Hanamíku are made of stern stuff and will not wilt in the sun as might some others. We will fight if we are called upon to do so. I see it is the same with you. Alrighty, so... I don't like the sound of this, really.
Of the cairns now stand completed? Did you hear the voice of the Eternal Ruler?
Agreeing to protect these lands and their peoples? You tell Bârshud you did not, and to your surprise he nods agreeably. Perhaps it will take some time. Just knowing that the cairns are there makes me feel more assured of our protection by the Mizâdi, my friend. You and I have done very well this day, and I thank you for your assistance. May we meet again upon the road someday.
What can I do for you?
Yes, Bârshud. There was so much chaos and confusion, but I did see him. He was looking for stuff. He was yelling at his second Sudûgul, something about the dead. I believe they thought the stuff could command them. Command the dead. I know not if he found it, just that he was looking in the palace for it. I wish I could be more helpful to the Shara.
What can I do for you?
Ah yes, dry and well stitched. That will do nicely. Yes, Bârshud, of course. He was yelling at his Ordâkhai guards to move faster in his flight. Then he said something about a tomb in Hatokáli. I believe that was where he was headed. I know not what tomb. I am from Imhular. This area is quite foreign to me. Maybe the Shara knows of this tomb. Alright. This will do the job. Never have a dull sword or a dull mind, I say. But if you have to have one, make it a dull mind. Ah. Bârshud, right, I saw him. A staff? He did not have a staff, but his sorcerer did. I think they called that one Sudûgul. It was a long staff. It looked to be made of bone or something unnaturally wide, with the end carved in the shape of a dragon's skull. I know not its import, but Bârshud did possess it through this Sudûgul. The children watched the soldiers train with a mixture of fear and excitement. Tevûd sneers at you. What do you want, stranger? Can't you see we're busy watching the soldiers? You tell Tevûd that Pasumi, the toy maker, expected the children to return with the wood so he could make them more carvings. Tevûd yawns dramatically. Wooden horses, wooden carriages. None of us are as little as we used to be. What do we need wooden animal toys for anymore? We don't even know where the toys he already made for us have gone. We're almost grown up, stranger. We need to learn about how to swing a sword and how to throw a spear. We need to learn how to fight. The other children echo Tevûd's words.
Silver into gold.
Can you do something about these children, Beriathan? They have been underfoot almost since we arrived, and Mizâdi does not want them following us into danger against the Ordâkhai or the nearby brigands, no matter how grown they believe themselves to be. Single out their leader and wave him away. Perhaps then they will leave us alone. Yeah. On your way. The children scatter, but they will likely return. Thank you, Beriathan. You may only have bought us a moment's peace, but peace of any duration should be cherished in these times. Yes, Mizâdi has more than just the Ordâkhai to worry about in this land. There are numerous brigand camps located up the hill to the west, and they grow more bold as the encampments expand. I worry that they might take advantage of the confusion caused by the passage of Bârshud's army to attack the village. She has wiser advisors than me in her service, but I will raise the question with them when I am done here.
Interesting. I do not know where the dead lie here in Pahar Hatokáli.
A tomb. I will have Razal scout for such a place. Thank you, my friend. This has been a great help. In the meanwhile, there is another task I would ask of you if you're willing.
The Ordâkhai have done much harm to the people here. We should be welcomed, but I am not blind, friend. My presence here is tolerated, not celebrated.
There is a merchant. I believe the locals call him Shagigal. He is the source of much of this disquiet here in Hanamíku. Please speak with him. See if there is anything we can do to bring him on our side. Our mission cannot be compromised, but I have no wish to quarrel with the villagers whilst here. Alrighty. That wolf is huge, so I do want a picture of the guy. Yeah, you're right to be scared, girl, if that guy is huge.
It is as I told you, is it not? The children have outgrown the toys of their youth.
And now they think only of war and of battle. It makes me sad to think of it. But what is it the Hamati soldier said to you of the brigands? He said they were becoming more bold as their camps expand?
I was once a soldier myself, but I gave up that life years ago.
I chose to develop a new trait, and that is how I learned the art of wood carving. I have been a maker of toys and small household items ever since, and I never looked back. But if the brigands have grown in number, expanding their camps to hold their greater numbers, I may need to do something. You see, when I gave up the soldier's life, I buried my sword beneath the roots of a tree that grew high on the slope west of the village, the very location where the brigands now dwell. It would grieve me to my very bones if any of the brigands found and used my old blade to spill innocent blood. Will you dig up the sword and bring it back to me? Yes, just don't do anything stupid with it once I bring it back.
Leave me in peace.
You! I saw you speaking with Mizâdi. Surely you're important. What? You're fleeing my sight? Excellent, excellent. What do I want? My business returned to me, of course. I sell oranges, only the finest in all of the Fells, but you can see the Ordâkhai burned my stalls and stole my oranges, and no one has provided recompense or made me whole. It is Mizâdi's fault the Ordâkhai fled through Hanamíku. She should be the one to repair my stalls and bring a fresh supply of oranges. You will help. Well, it is about time someone listened to Shaggy Gull. Let me take care of the brigands then, because it seems we are not going west for Mizâdi. Makes sense, we just need to get rid of... well, pursue Bârshud, but Bârshud went south, not west. Oh, didn't see you there. That was quick. It really wasn't as far as I thought it would be, so I'm inclined to turn in this quest and see if we get a follow-up that will take us further westward to complement the quest that we already have.
I'm impressed. You dealt with the Craven one so easily.
It will not threaten the safety of Hanamíku, and for that I am grateful. I can tell you have faced greater dangers than this Ordâkhai, but I am glad you have done this on behalf of my village, though it little tests your skills. Greater glory awaits you elsewhere, I doubt it not. Okay, no follow-up. Really short, alright. Aggressive color coon. Didn't I? We didn't even get a Slayer did for the color coons either, so that's also disappointing. What are all these wasps doing here? And well, the lion, we already knew that. Okay, I see her now. You did dangers in Pahar, Hatokáli, Kakidur. You have discovered Kakidur. Lakefu studies the brigand camps located on the hill above. 1 out of 10 as well. Okay.
Oh, the brigand camps sprawl across the heights above us, friend helper.
No doubt there will be weapons scattered about each of these holdings, and if you bring some of them to me, I will be able to learn about the history and goings-on of these brigands. You will want to face the villains yourself, of course. Spare no details as you go on among their camps. The details make all the difference. So it seems to me, doing all the hard work. Alright, 2 out of 8. Multi-Thelian Blade, what is this about? No idea. Maybe reputation for the host of the West? That is a pain. We'll need to get to that at some point. After several minutes of digging, you recovered an old dirt encrusted sword. Wow. Plenty of people in here. Please, for God's sake, don't lag. Oh, really? Alright, that was easy. Wow! Cool! Really good chest there. Desert artifact, yeah. I almost forget to track them whenever I enter an enemy camp. Maybe another one here. There they go.
Let us see what you experienced among the brigands, friend helper.
Lakepi studies the weapons you recovered and listens to your account of the battles you fought. Very interesting indeed. These sorts of Ordâkhai make, but so too are these weapons of more rustic bent. Also, you engaged in combat not with trained soldiers, but with opponents less skilled in battle than those of Ordâkhai. These camps have changed hands in recent days. That will be a useful detail to use in my stories.
I have seen what I want to see here at Kakidor, friend helper. Now it is time to move on.
The folk of Hanamíku spoke of a village far to the south that has been abandoned by its people. Some say it is now overrun by scorpions. Scorpions! We should see for ourselves. Yeah, pretty far south, but it seems that was it. I'm inclined to believe that some of those other camps we didn't visit had maybe a treasure cache. I'm not gonna bother with that too much. Yeah, this is a nice one. Yeah, why not? Let's get a picture in here. Alrighty. Good, good, good. Now, love that emote. Still do. Even though I don't use it as much as I used to, but still love it a lot.
I see you found the sword. I have not seen it in so many years. Unlike me, it has not changed at all.
I have outgrown it. No, give it not to me. I do not want to touch it. Lean it against the wall there and there let it lie.
Thank you, my friend. You have done well to deprive the brigands of this old weapon.
In the days of my youth, it drank deeply of the blood of its foes, and I hope to keep it from doing so again. Swords, like men, are not always given that choice. Good day to you, Beriathan. A guardsman standing nearby calls for your attention.
I saw you helping the toymaker Bârshud, and I wanted to thank you for showing him friendship.
The recent arrival of 2 armies to Pahar Hatokáli has tested his heart. Guardsman Kardap lowers his voice and speaks to you quietly. When he was young, Bârshud was a soldier of Ordâkhai. He repented of the deeds he committed on behalf of the whole and began a new life here in Hanamíku. Few in the village know of his past. I have kept his secret these many years. The Ordâkhai established a camp to the southeast of the village after they passed through. Will you bring battle to them? Even tested by Mizâdi's forces, the Ordâkhai remain a deadly foe, and I do not want to spend the lives of my guardsmen needlessly if it might be avoided. I would appreciate your help in this as you help Bârshud. Well, that was an unexpected twist. Poor guy. Because yeah, he was saying he didn't want it, his sword to drink the blood of the innocents, but of course, I don't remember him mention or saying something like doing so again. So yeah. Boy, what a big way to end the episode. I really did not expect this, but I hope we can give Bârshud some sort of redemption with our actions on the next one, but I don't think we have enough time today to go to that camp. So this has been all for today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. For the time being though, stay safe, take care, luck to you all, and I will see you later.